Hello everyone, welcome back. This is 𝗦𝗡𝗏 from Man United Fans Voice, and today I will be talking to you about the end. The end of the fairy tale of having a manager who is a legend, an ex-player, a fan, someone who loves the team, someone who loves the badge as much as we, the fans, do. The end of the road for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I have been on social media a lot since the Watford game finished, and all I am seeing is a lot of people, journalists or big social media accounts, trying to take advantage of the situation in the way of trying to make a prediction and hoping that their prediction is going to be the right one, and in that way they're going to become more popular towards you, or they're going to seem more reliable to you because their prediction will be proven right. Nobody seems to know what will happen. Nobody seems to know what really is going to be the next step for Manchester United. So I am not here to do that. I am not here to make predictions and hope that my predictions are going to make me more popular. I am not a journalist. I have talked about this before. I have no intention of becoming a journalist. I am just a Manchester United fan who, through these videos and through social media, expresses his opinions and his feelings about things around and inside Manchester United. So I am not going to talk in this video about what I think will happen with Manchester United, who the next manager might be, or if I've heard rumors. All I am seeing since yesterday, since the game finished, is people, big journalists or big social media accounts, trying to spread rumors they might have heard, present them like they're the next big breaking news, hoping that that is what's going to happen, and in that way they might become more popular to you. I am not here for that. I have my opinions, I have my feelings as a fan of Manchester United. I'm not really interested if those opinions are likable or not, but I'm not going to sit here and predict or pretend that I know what will happen with the next manager of Manchester United. I made a video a few days ago, it's on my YouTube channel, about analyzing all the names that have been heard regarding the next manager, the next possible manager of Manchester United, and who I think might be, but that's just a personal opinion. So this video is not going to be about presenting news, because what I've seen on social media since the Watford game has finished is just people retweeting and reposting rumors and then presenting them like the next big breaking news, and then an hour later throwing out another rumor that completely discounts the previous one. I am not here for that. I today will only talk about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, what he did and what way he lives Manchester United. Out of everyone since Sir Alex, I truly wanted Ole to succeed more than anyone. Under Solskjaer we enjoyed crazy runs of form, an incredible away record, a European final, that night in Paris, so many cup semi-finals. He restored our pride back, and he was dignified until the very end. Thank you, Ole Gunnar. Solskjaer is gone, and I am gutted, but I fully understand and I back the decision, because at the end of the day football is a results business. But it is really nice to see how many true United fans feel exactly the same as I do. My Instagram account is filled with hundreds of comments and messages from fans all over the world, full of love for Solskjaer. It is very sad that it had to end like this for him. But I will always cherish the memories, and I will always appreciate the fact that his love for the club was so obvious until the very last minute. He always took the blame for the bad things, and he never took credit for the good ones. He will always be a legend of Manchester United. The romance and hope of Ole being successful with us was something I loved embracing over the last few years, and I really hoped for a better ending. But it wasn't meant to be when it came to enjoying success in the form of trophies. but this has been the most connected I have felt with the club in almost a decade. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's last few weeks at Manchester United were overshadowed by defeats, individual errors, lack of squad cohesion, and a lot of scrutiny. Unfortunately, and very unfairly for some people, these last few weeks will be the most memorable aspect of his 3 years with the club. People who tend to keep trying to rewrite history. However, this is definitely not the whole picture. When I think of Ole's time at United, all I can recall is faith, optimism, and most importantly, belief. There has never been a time where Ole attacked a player, and there has never been a time where he took credit for a victory whilst shifting the blame to anyone else other than himself after a loss. He made himself the wall between the team and anyone who tried to attack it, even going overboard sometimes, trying to protect the board, most of the times when they didn't even deserve it. People even blamed him for a loss in a youth game at some point. Solskjaer took over a club that was in desperate need of a rebuild. The club was entirely out of touch with reality when it came to where they were and where they hoped to be. He followed through on his promise for a rebuild. He pulled it off. I have read many people say that Solskjaer was not successful. Solskjaer came to United with one main goal: to rebuild the club. Just so I don't forget any of the names, I have written and I'm going to read you the players Solskjaer replaced and with whom he replaced them. So from Mourinho to Solskjaer, Sanchez became Sancho. Lukaku was replaced by Cavani and Rashford. Smalling was replaced by Maguire. Rojo by Varane. Fellaini by Bruno Fernandes. Herrera by Donny van de Beek. 𝗦𝗢𝗏 by 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗞𝗦 Wan-Bissaka. Romero by Dean Henderson. Solskjaer set a team up that is ready to fight for titles. Does anyone really believe that he wasn't successful? Regardless of how you feel about him, the club are undeniably better than they were 3 years ago in every possible way. He oversaw a massive overhaul in the medical department and addressed the fitness issues that plagued the club since the days of David Moyes. Because of Mourinho's emphasis in defensive football, we saw how unfit the squad had become before Ole took over. He changed that. He said he wanted a Manchester United team that would be the fittest in the league, and for a time, they were. During Solskjaer's tenure, the club's structure changed significantly, with the appointments of a technical director and a director of football for the first time in the club's history. Those appointments were made during his time. And while the nature of the appointments can be debated, what is undeniable is that they were wanted by most United fans. Solskjaer wanted to build a Manchester United that was fundamentally Manchester United. So he put people in essential roles who knew the club and its culture. Under Ole, United enjoyed great runs. I recall when he equalled Guardiola's and Ancelotti's record when he won his first 6 games in charge. And under Solskjaer, United managed to break a 20-year-old record for the longest away unbeaten run. He also became the second manager in history to manage to defeat Guardiola 3 times in a single season. And he also equalled a record held by Sir Alex Ferguson for 32 years by finishing in the top 3 in his first full season. As always, there will be people who will dispute all of this and they will remember only the darkest and most dreadful moments. That is their choice. There's always people in the fan base who seem to be desperate to hold on to any bit of negativity they can find. That will never change, not even with the next manager. But it will also never change the facts. Solskjaer did a great job. He just couldn't take the next step. But he did his best. And some of the moments he created with this squad will never be forgotten. At least for some of us. Some people will try to rewrite history and paint him as some sort of huge failure. But the blatant truth is that he completely transformed Manchester United. And while he didn't manage to win any trophies, he made us able to win big trophies again. And for that, I will appreciate him forever. He is one of us. He loves the club deeply. He is one of the very few who genuinely wants what is best for the club. He did his best, but sadly, it wasn't enough. Some fans have behaved despicably and they should be ashamed of themselves. I am disgusted by some of the things that I have read in the last few weeks. It was a privilege to support and back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I will be grateful forever for what he has done for my club. It is a shame that things didn't work out in the end, but the results in the last few weeks do not rewrite history. Hopefully, we will see him again in the Premier League one day. I am not asking for anyone to feel like I do. I only speak for myself. I make no apologies for supporting Ole and feel free to dislike me for it. He is a decent man who loves United and he will be hurting as much as anyone else. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I am not a journalist and I am also not someone who is here in order to take advantage of situations around Manchester United so I can try and predict things in order to become more popular with you. I am just another Manchester United fan. Firing the manager is not the most important decision of the next few days. If we get his successor wrong, there is absolutely no point. My confidence in our board to make the right decision is zero. This is not a good time to be a United supporter. And although, like I said previously, I don't know what is going to be the next step that the club will make, I do know what I want. I want to see someone coming in who is qualified. I want to see my team being well organized. I don't want us to concede 4 or 5 goals again. I want to see United being able to pass the ball properly. I want to see United being able to press systematically and with a plan as a unit. I want to see proper football. I thank Solskjaer for all he did for us the past 3 years. He took a team in the trenches with no hope and no direction, far from challenging, and he revitalized and rebuilt us to having an elite squad. Because of him, the new manager does not need to rebuild. Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, fired. But nothing comes remotely close to how upset I feel about Solskjaer's departure, although it was the right decision. This sort of attachment with someone I don't even know personally seems unhealthy, but I guess that is football support, and I don't regret it. So, never forget how this man changed the culture. He understands the fans and what it is to be united. He is and always will be one of us. He gave it his all, and that is all we ask as fans. Thank you, Ole.